Hi, I'm Jen from Tea Leaves in Tweed, and welcome to another sunrise tea session. This morning I'm sharing with you a Moonlight White tea from Jingmai Mountain that was actually included as a free sample in one of my last orders from the Beautiful Taiwan Tea Company. One of the things I love about the company is that they're quite generous with their samples, even on relatively small orders. And I always find something interesting in what they send as a sample. They don't usually send just something that goes along with what I ordered. It's often something quite different from what I ordered, and it's a fun way to try new teas. So this Moonlight White tea is a different kind of white tea. Instead of being a silver needle variety from Fujian, it's the Moonlight White variety. And the processing sounds so romantic. It is laid to dry in the moonlight on the side of the mountain, so hence Moonlight White tea. And there's actually some argument about whether this tea is really a white tea or a raw pu-erh tea. So I'm very excited to try this tea, and I hope you'll enjoy hearing my thoughts about it. So let's brew. So here I have my teaware. I'm going to brew this in my handmade shiboridashi that I got from Yunomi, because I really love this vessel and I think it's good for more than just sencha and gyokuro. It's actually very similar to a gawan. So I'm going to brew in this vessel. I have about 5 grams of my Moonlight White tea here. It's a very cool looking tea. The bottoms of the leaves are very white and then the tops are kind of a dark green. It's a very wild looking tea. And it's different from pretty much anything I've ever drunk before, so I'm excited to try it. Now, Beautiful Taiwan Tea Company recommends brewing this grandpa style, but I'm going to give it a try gongfu style. I have 5 grams here. I'm going to put that in my shiboridashi. And I've got water that I heated to about 180 degrees Fahrenheit. It's probably cooled off a little by now, but I like to be gentle with white teas. So I'm going to give this a little rinse. And then I'm going to discard the rinsing water. I think I'm going to take my teaware out of my basket. Because I feel a little cramped. So now I've got a more spread out brewing setup. I think I'm going to start this with 30 seconds. It's another beautiful, cool morning here. I know I don't have too many of these left over the summer, but I'm thankful for a mid-July cool morning to come outside and brew my tea. Already I can smell from the rinsing water that this is a very fragrant tea, so I'm extremely excited to try it. And now it has been just about 30 seconds. So I'll strain this into my cup. You can see it is a beautiful golden color. Incidentally, this teacup is actually a small porcelain sauce cup that I bought from Target. So that just goes to show you don't need fancy teaware to brew tea. I like this cup because it's nice and wide and it's bright white, so you can see the beautiful color of the infusion. So let's give this a taste. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to smell the lid of my shiboridashi. This is an incredibly fragrant tea. I'm hit with damp hay and grass, fresh grass and dry grass. There's a really interesting earthy quality, almost like mulch. So the Beautiful Taiwan Tea Company says that they have been aging this white tea for the last 2 years. So it does have a very complex, and I can almost say aged smell to it, but not in the way that the aged oolong or aged pu-erhs smell. It's a very distinctive smell. The infusion has a lighter smell. Oh, it's so creamy. The mouthfeel is incredibly smooth and just a very, very soft feel in the mouth, almost like a mineral water. I can definitely see that this would be delicious brewed grandpa style, because I can tell that this first infusion is not everything this tea has to give me. I can taste kind of the whisper of the hint of the sweetness that the descriptions of this tea promise. I can taste a little bit of grassy floralness, but it's all very, very subtle right now. I think it's time to take this for a second steeping and see how it goes then. Welcome back for our second steeping. So we'll take a look at our leaves. You can see that some of them have dampened and have turned a more yellow-green color, or even a brown. But I feel like I may not have even gotten all of the tea leaves wet, which is interesting. So we'll put the dry ones on the bottom so they definitely get the water this time. And I'm going to go ahead and give this 45 seconds. It's a little bit louder outside than usual in the mornings here, I guess because the weather is nice. People are getting started a little early. In addition to the birds, we have the trains going by and some of the trucks on the road nearby. It's still a beautiful morning. Yesterday was beautiful. I woke up and walking downtown, it was very cool. It was almost so cool I wish I'd brought a jacket first thing in the morning. But it warmed up to a lovely hot day that wasn't too humid. So I'm grateful for the break in the humidity. Okay, it's been 45 seconds. You can see we have the same beautiful golden color, maybe a little darker this time. So let's give it a taste. I get the same kind of grassy floralness. Wouldn't call the flavor so much a sweetness, but the soft mouthfeel is a little bit syrupy, and that combined with the kind of florally nature definitely gives it kind of a honey or a sugar cane kind of taste. It doesn't have the strong floral quality that I associate with a honey taste. So maybe that's what some people call sugar cane. It's a sweetness, but a bit of a clean, neutral sweetness. It's very pleasant. This is a lovely tea. I can definitely tell that this tea has so much more to give, but I can also tell that my water has cooled off a bit. So I think I'm going to go back inside and pop my kettle back on so that it can heat back up, and I'll enjoy the rest of this tea inside in my living room. I'm glad you could join me for these first 2 steepings of Moonlight White tea from the Beautiful Taiwan Tea Company. And I hope I'll see you again sometime. Bye.